Kitkatscanread. Hello BookTube, my name is Katie and welcome to my November wrap-up. For November I managed to read quite a lot of books and I was participating in some readathons. One of them was the review-a-thon which I created where I was to read as many review books as I could for the whole month, and I actually stuck to it pretty darn well. I'm really proud of myself. Normally I don't do really well with readathons. There was also the #AntiWillyReads readathon as well, which lasted a week and I participated in that. But yeah, let's just get straight to the books that I have read during the month of November. So the first book that I completed in November was The Evolution of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. This is the second book that is in this trilogy and it was so good, really intense, really spooky, so many twists and turns. You just never know what is going to happen with this trilogy. It's so weird and crazy but really addictive and cool at the same time. It ends on such a cliffhanger and I needed more. I love this book so much, so of course I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. The next book that I completed was the third and final book in the Mara Dyer trilogy, which is of course The Retribution of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hodkin. This actually arrived early, the very same day that I finished The Evolution of Mara Dyer, so it was a few days before the release date, which I was really surprised and I was so shocked, literally fangirling. I did do a spoiler-free video review in this, so click on the book if you would like to watch that review. And yeah, this book was really good. I loved it. Some questions were answered and I'm really satisfied with the ending and everything, and it's just crazy and wacky and again so many twists and turns, really unexpected. Completely recommend this trilogy to anybody. It's so good and I loved it, so of course 5 out of 5 stars. The next book that I completed was Gracefully Grayson by Amy Polonsky. I liked the main character Grayson. I liked how he developed into a real strong, confident character and how he ended up not caring about anybody else apart from himself, about who he is. And I think this is one of those books that will inspire you and just make you feel really happy and proud to have read this book. I really enjoyed it and I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars. The next ebook that I completed was called The Silence of Six by E.C. Myers, and I also did a spoiler-free video review of this. Click over here if you would like to view it, but this book was really good. It's different, and if you like computer games and graphics and hacking and all that sort of thing, then you would definitely enjoy this book. It was really good, on the edge of your seat. It was so intense and just it was so good in so many ways. I honestly completely recommend this book. I really enjoyed it, so of course I gave it 4.5 stars out of 5. The next book that I finally managed to complete was Beautiful Creatures by Camry Garcia and Margaret Stoll. This is the first book in the Caster Chronicles series and it's a beast of a book. I started this months ago. I think I started it in March and I kept picking it up, put it down, pick it up, put it down. Sometimes it was personal reasons, just sometimes it was because I was busy or there was review books or work and everything, and I literally had 100 pages of this left and I was determined to finish it. I really wanted to. I really enjoyed this book and it was so enjoyable. It's just witchcraft and it's different. It's got a male protagonist, which is awesome. Beautiful writing, great storyline. I loved the movie and I cannot wait to continue on with this series. So of course I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. The next book that I completed is called Althea and Oliver and it's by Christina Moracho. This is a cute contemporary romance about two best friends. Girl best friend, she ends up finding herself, which is really cool, and the boy character has a sleeping disorder, so that creates some problems with the friendship. The only thing I didn't like about this book was the ending. I just wasn't quite satisfied with it and I didn't like the ending, so I did still enjoy the story and I gave it 4 stars. The next book that I completed was Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. Finally I've joined the bandwagon and read this book along with everybody else, and yeah, I really liked the story. I didn't love it as much as everybody else, but I really enjoyed it. I gave this 4 stars. I liked the characters, I liked the storyline, I liked the fan stories that are in it, the ones that Kath has written. I really liked Levi. Some people find him a little bit creepy, but hey, I like creepy people. Okay, I have a weird a weird obsession with creepy people. But no, I really enjoyed it, and it's definitely one of those really fun contemporaries that I think everybody needs to read, and it definitely does make you smile. And now we move on to the Billy Reads Readathon. The first book that I completed during that week was Forgive Me, Leonard Peacock by Matthew Quick. And this was a quick story. I flew through this. It's a very touching story about this boy. It has homosexuality in it, and it's definitely one of those stories that's going to get you right here. It definitely did with me, and it makes you think when you finish it as well. And I really enjoyed it, so I gave this book 4 stars. The next book that I completed was a graphic novel, and it's The Vampire Diaries Volume 1, and this is by Colleen Doran. The illustrations absolutely amazing. They are literally just to the TV show, the characters in the TV show. These are stories that are untold from the TV series, so they're just like little ones on the side, like why Stefan liked this person and why this happened, and it was really interesting. So it's definitely for the fans of Vampire Diaries. Definitely pick this graphic novel up. It was really good, and I really enjoyed it, and it didn't take me long to finish it either, and just the pictures were so colourful and everything, and I loved it so much, so I gave it 5 stars. The next book that I completed for the Billy Reads Readathon is this book, and this is Me and Mr. J by Rachel McIntyre. This actually doesn't release until I think it's February next year, and my god, this book was so good. It has bullying in it. Whenever I opened my doorstep, I was like, please say there's bullying in it, and yes, this book is literally centred around bullying. There's a relationship between the teacher and the student, and it's really intense, it's so addictive, and I really enjoyed it. I'm definitely going to be doing a spoiler-free video review of this nearer towards the release date, so I won't say much about this now, apart from the fact that you need to pick this up. This book was so amazing, so touching, and I loved this book. I couldn't put it down. I flew through it, and it's good. So of course I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. The next ebook that I completed is called Mistletoe and Mr. Right by Lila Payne. This is a cute Christmas novella. It was really sweet, really cute, and just perfect for Christmas, and I really enjoyed this book so much. It's a really quick short book, but just one of those books that, you know, just adds the spice to Christmas. So I really enjoyed it, and of course I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. The last book that I completed for the Billy Reads Readathon is Tease by Amanda Maysale. This is my proof copy. It is already released at the moment, and I really enjoyed this. I found it really hard to put it down. This is told from a bully's perspective, which is really interesting. It's just a different turn on the story, and you get to find out what happened to the girl who killed herself, and you get to find what happens with the bully, and it just flicks from the past to the present, and it's really interesting because you want to find out exactly what happens. And I really enjoyed this book, even despite it had bullying in it. I really liked it, so I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. The next book that I completed was The Resurrectionist, and this is by E.B. Hudspeth, and this was sent to me from Quack Books quite a few months ago actually, and I've been willing myself to read it. It's quite a short book. It's very informational, and it's the lost work of Dr. Spencer Black. There's really creepy stuff in this book, really creepy, scary pictures, and oh my god, this book was creepy. So I liked it, and the trouble is it was so creepy that it turned me away from the book. So yeah, I thought it was an okay read, so I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. The next book that I completed was On the Edge by Alison Van Dypen, and this is a contemporary with romance in it. It's quite dark as well because there are gangs in it, and the basic gist of the story is the main girl character, she spots this guy being attacked by these members of this gang, and so she calls the ambulance, and then she has to name the suspects when she's in the room with the police, and she names them, and after that she is being chased by this gang. However, there's this mysterious guy who's the leader of this other gang, and he is the one that is protecting her, and it's really cool, it's really different, and I love the romance in this book. I really liked the story. It's different and it's cool, and I really enjoyed it, and I was really addicted to this story. I couldn't put it down, and of course I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. The next book that I completed was Girl Online by Zoe Sugg. This is one of my new favourite books. This book is just so light, so fluffy, candy floss in your hands. I did do a spoiler-free video review of this, so click on the book if you want to check more of my thoughts on that. And oh my god, it makes you smile, and when you finish it, my god, I completely addicted to this book. The writing is so simple yet unique at the same time, and I just enjoyed it so much. I literally felt like I was eating chocolate at the same time. It was just so easygoing, and it was such a cute fluff of a story, and I love it so much. So of course I give this book 5 out of 5 stars. And the final book that I completed was Destroy Me by Tara Murphy, and this is a novella that comes after the first book, which is Shatter Me, and this is a story told from Warner's perspective, and it explains things from his point of view and definitely explains some deep things. So I can understand why people went and warmed towards Warner. This is like kind of the turning point where some people like Warner more and feel sorry for him and go towards Team Warner. And I'm still really confused at the moment. I'm not sure whether I'm Team Adam or Team Warner, but we'll see as soon as the books go. I'm sort of in the middle, because like I said before, I really like creepy guys. I know it's really weird, but I do. So I'm probably gonna warm towards Team Warner if I'm honest, but we'll see how the books go, because I'm currently reading the second book at the moment. I've only just started it though. I really enjoyed that novella, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. So guys, that's it. That is the end of my November wrap up. I read a total of 16 books, which is so good. I always aim for 10 each month, so to overachieve that is absolutely fantastic, and I'm so proud of myself no matter what. Just my reading, it was really weird. I was kind of mood reading, so I tried to stick to certain things like with review books or with the anti-bully reads, but sometimes I needed to read other books to just keep myself interested into reading. Otherwise I'd be like, I can't force myself to read. I have to read what I want to read. Sometimes we have to do that, unfortunately. It's like when new releases come out and we're like, well, I've had these books for a long time, and then you're like, but these new releases are the ones I kind of want to read just that bit more than those books, and you just have to go with the flow sometimes. But yeah, I'm really proud of myself either way, and I'm looking forward to my reading month in December, and I'm hoping December is just going to be as good. I'm in a really positive mood, so fingers crossed that everything goes well. But let me know down in the comments how you did for November. Also let me know what you're planning on reading for December. Let me know if you spotted any of the books that I have read that you have read. Let me know what you thought about them, or if there's any books that you haven't read that I read this month, then let me know down below. Any other questions or thoughts, just leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, because I love having a conversation with you guys. It's honestly one of the best things about BookTube, and I hope you've enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you have enjoyed it, because that does make me feel better and lets me know that you are enjoying these type of videos. And just have an absolutely fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching. As always, keep smiling, keep reading and be happy, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye.